Hi! Let us try to use synthetic division to solve for the quotient of these two functions. Let's consider our f of x, the 6x cubed minus x squared plus 2x plus 2 to be divided by our divisor g of x being 3x plus 1. We are going to use synthetic division here to make a shorter process, but we need to understand the right terms and coefficients that will be used in finding for the quotient. Now, synthetic division allows us to use the coefficients of our dividend and a certain c coefficient of our divisor. Let's start with the first condition, the coefficients of our dividend. Our coefficients are 6x cubed, and then we have minus x squared, so we have minus 1, plus 2x plus 2. So you have here 6, negative 1, 2, and then 2. Since we don't have any missing terms before, or lower than x cubed, so we have this complete coefficients. Now for our certain c constant that will be placed here, it patterned on our divisor, which is x minus c. But our given is 3x plus 1. Okay? So we cannot say that our c is 1 or 3. I don't know what number you're thinking of. But we need to make sure that it will exactly look like this, x minus c here. So since we have a coefficient of 3 in this x term, let's divide both terms by 3. Then we have here x and then plus 1/3, right? Because we have 3 here and 1/3 there. But it's still incorrect to say that our c coefficient is 1/3 because our c coefficient should follow this pattern, x minus c. But here it's plus. We can rewrite this in this manner, x minus, you have negative 1/3. By double negative property, you will return to your plus there. In short, our c coefficient is not 1 nor 1/3, but it is actually negative 1/3. So you have here negative 1/3. Okay? This would be our coefficient c that will be used in our synthetic process. Now, since we have two conditions now and they have both placed here, let's start with our process. The first step is to bring down the first coefficient. And then we are going to multiply this by our c coefficient. Take note that our c coefficient is a fraction, so you really need to remember the process of multiplying integers by fractions and including the signs. So 6 times 1/3 is 2, it's negative, so you have negative 2 here. Then we will add the coefficients. Negative 1 plus negative 2, you have negative 3. Okay? Then we repeat the process. Negative 3 times negative 1/3, so we are now sure it's positive. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so positive 1. 2 plus 1, you have positive 3. And finally, you have here 3 times negative 1/3, so you have negative 1. Okay? Because that's 3 over 3, that's 1, and you have negative here. So 2 minus 1, or 2 plus negative 1, you have 1. This is what you call as your remainder. And there is something that should be done in writing the answers, including this remainder here. So we are going to write now our quotient in this manner. Take note that our dividend is x cubed. Whenever you will divide it by your divisor with highest degree of x, which is 1, this would be the degree, or the coefficient of x with degree n minus 1. So 3 minus 1, 2. So that is actually the coefficient of your x squared. So you have 6x squared. To be followed with minus 3, so you have negative 3. The next term is for x. And we have your constant here, positive 3. This is now the quotient of your two functions using synthetic division. But we are not yet done since we still have the remainder here. Let's use this concept. What if I have 5 divided by 2? Okay. So 5 divided by 2, you will have this process here, 5, and you have your 2 here. So your answer is 2, right? 2 times 2, 4. 5 minus 4, 1. Your answer to 5 over 2 or 5 halves can be written as 2 and 1 half, right? Where this 2 is your quotient, this 1 here is your remainder, and this 2 is your divisor. In short, you can write your answer in this manner. Q, your quotient, plus your remainder over your divisor. Why plus? Because 2 and 1 half can be written as 2 plus 1 half as well. So your quotient plus your remainder 1 to be divided by your divisor 2. Going back here, this was our quotient earlier. And since we have a remainder, we're going to do it like this. Since the remainder is positive, so plus remainder 1 over your divisor. Now, we are going to use the original divisor, not this x plus 1/3 here. You have 3x plus 1. This is your quotient. This is your remainder. That's your divisor. In short, the result when dividing your f of x by g of x earlier is 6x squared minus 3x plus 3 plus 1, which is your remainder, over 3x plus 1, your divisor. That's all for today. You're dismissed. And please do not forget to subscribe now.